That's it. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a training on how to do your business a system way. System stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. The person that I'm going to bring up is going to teach you how to do this business in a very systematic way. When you have a system, you don't get too emotional, because if you follow the system, it duplicates. People do not duplicate in this business. System do. The person I'm about to bring up, his name is Agustin Rodriguez. He's a 6A in the company. That means he did over 100 people on his team. He has actually moving to 200. What I wanted him to teach, because he's really good at making a lot of calls and doing most of it, all of his stuff on Facebook. He always does everything, not on Facebook, but over the phone. He's calling people. He's doing three-way calls. So he's going to show you how he's able to do it from the beach. And he has a very sobering time. So I want you to share, Augustine, how you struggled, how you hit the wall, and you had to literally pray and fast, and then the floodgate opened. But without further ado, let's give it up for a man of integrity, a man that loves God, loves people, a man that is a top leader in our company, that has a work ethic that's really second to none. And I really do look up to him on that. With this, give it up for my man, Augustine.
Thanks, Mickey. So, guys, Mickey's amazing. I'm so glad to, first of all, he's a good friend, but he is a man of integrity. So I know that if you're learning from him, you're learning from the best. You know, Mickey's a certified grief counselor. He is a father leading a family of 6, very successful in real estate and many other things, and in this company also. So, person of integrity, you want to follow him. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
So, guys, it's good to meet everybody, and a lot of you guys are watching this tape to kind of learn. And when you're first starting, when this is the beginning, like, where do I start? What do I do? So I'm gonna tell you a quick minute of my story, so we get to know each other, so we're not total strangers. My name is Agustin Rodriguez. I'm originally from New York City, born and raised. I grew up in a single mom household. Got my degree from the School of Visual Arts in illustration. So to be a professional artist, drawing and painting, anything you might see, on a movie poster, on a magazine. What I did was, I did that on the side. I was curious about acting and filmmaking, so took that as elective on the side. And I didn't know, I got my degree as an artist, but I kept studying acting, and in less than 2 years, I started to work in the industry. Did theater, TV, got cast in a feature film, flown out here to LA. So imagine, here I am on the soundstage at Warner Brothers, sitting at a long conference table. I'm sitting across, I'm about to meet and work with Richard Gere, Kim Basinger, Uma Thurman, Eric Roberts, Keith David. I thought, like, okay, how I get here from Washington Heights, from uptown, how did all this happen? I knew it was a blessing. I did. And I started to work, I got to work on a TV series for ABC, and since then a bunch of other TV and film projects. It's been incredible. Carl Weathers, Mickey Rourke, Eartha Kitt. I've worked with all these folks, and it's been an honor. I didn't expect it. But also, intermittently, for the last over 30 years, I'm 51, so for the last 30 years, I've been teaching and training people in exercise, nutrition, and martial arts self-defense. So teaching all that, that's been great. So it's always my passion to help people be better, and to learn, how not to be healthy, how not to be unhealthy and unnecessarily suffer and die, basically, because that's what happens. So also, for the last over 5 years now, 2013 is when I started, I became a distributor here. I learned about this company. I started to, for 5 years, I've been training people, reached the rank of 6A. I'm almost a rank of 6A2. So that's been amazing. That's been great. And I'm a teacher and trainer in this. So I'm going to show you quickly, something to think about when you first start, okay? The very first thing is why. Why would I want to join Mickey's organization? Why do I want to work with Grace, with Rosalina, with Augustine? Why do I want to do this? And it's not about them, but why do you want to do it? Because you just want to make some extra money, because you want to get your own business, or you're like, oh, I want to retire early, I want to retire my parents. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe it's a really good reason. Obviously, people will be helped along the way. it's been so satisfying for me. You know, my why was just like, wow, I see this as my vehicle. I need to get to my vehicle. We'll have time, freedom to go after my dream. And I want to help my mom. I'm like, wait a minute. I need to get this in my mom's house. And actually 2 years ago, I was able to do that. So, and I was able, and over 2 years ago, I was able to achieve that dream to like, whoa, here I'm in my room. I have my stuff up. I retired my construction gloves. And I'm able to do this. I'm able to be my own boss, make my own hours, right? But it wasn't easy. Here's how the long, hard road started. It's like, I started doing this, and like many people, what I did was I learned what I saw around me. I'm like, well, let me invite people to events, and events are important, and they drive the business. It's important to do that. But that's all I knew was like, let me get people to this Tuesday night event or Saturday event. Let me bring people there. And I would do that, and sometimes it's hard. People are busy. 95% of people don't have time. 95% of people don't like sales. So I'm like, wow, this is challenging, but it started to go. Doing it that way, or doing demos and learning, or giving out water. Mickey called me Mother Teresa, because I would give out water. I had 25 gallons in my car, and that's what I would do, just give it out, give it out, give it out. I'm like, okay, and he would ask me, so did they see a demo? Like, have they seen what this does, or what this water is? And I would just be quiet. No. So pretty much, I was very silently, my ego, very prideful, silently, because I would think, I know what I'm doing. I didn't say it out loud, but I'm like, I know, I'm just going to do it this way. The people understand me. I know what I'm doing. Instead of just, number 2, following the recipe, following directions. That keeps it easy because somebody's already done it. They've already made the mistakes. But I have not gotten to, at that point, I didn't get to 3A, 4A, 5A. At that point, I didn't do that. I'm like, well, he's done that, and he's helped other people do that. Maybe I should just listen. I personally had to fast and pray. That's what I did. I'm like, for 4 days. And I'm just like, and after that time, I remember thinking like, okay, let me just do whatever God, and that's me, that's what my process was. God, lead me, help me to know what to do, how to listen, how to make this happen. That's when the doors started to open up. That's when people on my team started coming in, that I met, and I just thought, whoa, things just started to grow and change. When I decided to be humble and to just follow the recipe. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. Let me do that. So we started to learn. And we started to grow even in that process. Sorry, this is my little, one of my reminders here. Even in that process, I started to, hold on, let me turn this off so it won't keep going off. It is 10:30. Even during that process, let me just get this out of the way here. So it doesn't go off at 1 a.m. All right. Even during that process, we started to learn and to grow and to develop. We actually I moved and started doing differently. Now I did something differently than giving out water and doing demos. I did something different. I learned that, let me learn from this person who made almost $1 million, a different person from another company who came here and showed a different way how to maximize the time. If 95% of people don't have time and 95% of people don't like sales, how can we maximize? How can you make it so that anybody can do it? You don't have to be a scientist and be up on stage. How can anyone do it? So here is my recipe. To begin with, please write down your why. What is your why, right? Very important, right? And then following the recipe. For me, the recipe is simple. It's like the same way I came here, I knew Mickey. I trusted Mickey. So the people you know and trust, that's called your warm. I speak to complete strangers, but it's called your warm market. So I make my list of 100. For some of you, it's not a big deal. On Facebook, you have like 2,000 friends, right? Or 600 friends. So it's not. Some people say, I could do 500, and you just write their list. Look at your contacts on your phone. You might think to yourself, well, I don't know anybody. I'm like, really? Your average 23-year-old knows 2,000 people, right? Your average 23-year-old knows 2,000 people. So people that you work with, people that you grew up with, people in your neighborhood, people that they're all around you. People are all around you. So just look at your phone and just without thinking, here's what I did. I just put dash marks on 5 pages. Okay, 1 to 20 dash marks, didn't even number it. Then the next page, 20, 20, 20, till I added to about 100. I'm like, okay, and I just started. I didn't even go through the D's and the E's. In an hour and a half, I had 180 I just name, so like this person's name. I don't have to write down the details, just their name. And then from that, who are your top 20? Who are the people, if you were making a business, who would you want as your board of advisors, right? The main people, you said these are the smartest, the most creative, influential people I know. So listen to what I just said, the smartest, creative, most influential people you know that are business minded, like, yeah, I would definitely ask this person. This person owns their own business. Yeah, this person over here, they're like, they have 4 businesses, right? So that's who I start with. We're gonna call everybody, but at least start there. And then, again, I plug into everything. I think number 3, right? Plug in, or get plugged in, meaning this. It's very simple. Everybody has a phone, right? Who has a phone? Nobody has a phone. We're not in a cave. We all have a phone. So there are phone calls. Every Saturday, Eli Daffish's call. Monday morning, 8:30. First of all, Omar has Monday through Friday a coaching call. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We all have 15 minutes. While we're eating or driving somewhere or in the shower, you turn it on. You're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I'm telling you, I am pumped. Monday mornings, I set my alarm on my phone to plug in. So every Monday morning, I'm like, 8:20, I'm getting up. I'm like, okay. Or before that, and letting my team, those around me, share it with them. The people who've already been exposed, share it with them. Be like, yes, plug into this call if you have time to listen in. There's the Wednesday nights, building a true... Living a true reality. Wednesdays at 5 p.m. So every Wednesday, that's a call too on mindset, on habits. So some of those are really valuable. And what I do is, I have it in my backpack, I have a notebook just for that, just for training. Like for today, I would be like taking notes. So I have a notebook just for training, for calls. For Saturday, we had the Women's Symposium, the Millionaire Mindset, women that make 6-7 figures that are really, that's for that notebook. Then I have another notebook for daily activity, people that I'm meeting, people, oh, wait a minute, who did I call today? I'm not gonna remember that I called 15 people, or 10 people, or 8. So I write down their name. Okay, LM left a message, TX, text, FB, Facebook. So I remember, oh yeah, oh wait, this person called me back. I chatted 5 minutes with this person, so I jot it down so I can remember, so I can go back. So again, follow the recipe, plugging in. What I do is, what I do? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. As far as following the recipe, I have somebody on my team in Boston, very, very busy. I have few people on my team that are very, very busy. I decided to do this system on the phone where we just like, okay, I'm gonna expose someone. I show everyone the business in 2 parts. I'm like, okay, Roger, I know, we just met today. You told me about, looking for like extra money. Okay, Roger, what I'm gonna do is, what's a good time to show you the information? And people may say, oh, just text it to me. That's okay. I'll let you know. But I'm not gonna. Very, very important to think this way. You never let them drive. They don't know how to expose themselves. You know it's going to help them. Actually, Roger, it's actually beneficial to you if I show you this in 2 parts. If I just send you the information, it's like watching half a movie. You're not really seeing the whole thing, so you won't really know. So I'm going to, what time is Monday good? All right, you have a few minutes, I can show you this? Great. I'm going to text you. Then Monday morning, Monday at 4, let's say Monday, not before, not Sunday night, only Monday, I will send you, let me send you these 2 videos. I'll call you back in 20 minutes for the second part, okay? Great, easy. Okay, I just don't want to be so, I was like, don't worry about it. Trust me, I'm just going to show you this, it's your decision. But I want at least for you to see it. And if Roger knows me, he's my friend because he's one of my people I've called, he's one of the people he likes, knows, and trusts me because he knows me. See what I mean? The relationship is there. So, great. I send it to Roger. I call him back in 20 minutes. Roger, I'm so glad you got to see the video. Oh yeah, how much does this cost? How does it work? Okay, well, I'm so glad you had those questions. I want to best answer your question and show you the second part. So let me, hold on for a second. Click over the person I have on the line. It may be Mickey, it might be Rosa, it might be Daniel. Roger, to best answer your question, I have my friend who's an expert on the line, Mickey Wade. He's a very busy man. He doesn't have too much time. But Mickey is a certified grief recovery counselor. He's made multiple six figures in real estate. He's very knowledgeable in this. He's a leader, very well respected in this company, and I trust him. I trust what he has to say. He's a good friend of mine. So Roger Mickey meet Roger, and then I mute the call, and then I take notes because they're gonna and I relax, and then Mickey will edify what is happening. And don't worry, you'll be able to see this tape and this video and watch it again and kind of see how to break it down. And I would suggest that you do it. You actually go through it yourself, so you go, oh, okay, I get it. And Mickey will go through some questions, find out what the person is, what's important to them, and then he will edify what they're experiencing. Say, what is Agustin doing right now? I don't know. Yeah, he did 3 things. He invited you to take a look. He put someone else on the call to answer questions. Augustine doesn't have to be a scientist, does he? No, he doesn't have to. Number 3, he's being very quiet. Roger, you think you can do those 3 things?
Can we write those 3 things down?
Roger, you think you can do those 3 things? Yeah. Of course. Sure. Great. Why is this important for me? Because that's all I've been doing for 3 years. Is doing that. Is showing how to invite someone. Remember I said 3 things. I say it a little bit differently, but I invite someone to take a look. I invite them to look at it, say for whatever reason, I got to find out their need. Number 2, I put someone else on the call. Number 3, why? Because 95% of people don't like sales. If I come with my goodies and my gifts, my little trinkets, and I go to do a demo, and that's their first experience, they will look at it, they'll like it, they'll be like, wow, my friend has to see this. They might get one, but they don't want to be you. Because 95% of people don't like sales, so I will not approach someone with sales. I'm approaching someone with, yes. Wait, someone take a look, put someone else on the phone, and then be quiet. That's what it's different than what I, but yeah. So.
Number 4 is be quiet?
Yeah, no. It was invite someone to take a look, put someone else on the call, and then be quiet. It's just 3 things.
What about the video? You don't show video?
Yes, but meaning I just broke it down very simply, just by telling them that those are the 3 things they did. So, so I make it simple. 95% of people don't have time. This is why we use the phone. Why? Because while I'm in traffic, or while they're in traffic, they can be building their business. Mickey said I was on the beach. I've been on the beach. I've done these 3-way calls deliberately from the beach. So I can be there. I'm standing in the sand. I've done a video chat, Facebook chat, and they're like, they see I'm in the sand there, or they see me in front of the arcade. I'm like, yeah, as soon as we finish, you know what, I'm about to go play Pac-Man, because I like to play Pac-Man. So why? Why is this important? Because while we're on the phone, let's say we do a live call, and Roger, you're getting information, and I pass the phone on to Mickey, and I'm being quiet. I have been on a trampoline. I've been working out. I've been taking a walk. I've been preparing my food. I do this in my life to show them deliberately that 95% of people don't have time. This will save you time, energy, and money. I don't have to set aside 4 hours of my time on a Saturday. Now it's important for them to come and see for themselves, yes. But I want them to see my team has grown in Florida, in North Carolina, in Boston, in California, in New York, and in Chicago right now. It's being built over the phone. Over the phone. You see what I mean? So that is duplicatable. Anybody can invite someone to look at something, put someone else on the call, and be quiet. That's why, because anyone can do it. Now, I do invite them to a live demonstration. In Florida, I make sure, hey, you're near the office, great, let me plug you in so you can check this out, because that's even going to help even more. If they don't, let's say they're far away, guess what? You're seeing this video. We could send them a private training on a YouTube video, or invite them to the Facebook Team Visionary private Facebook group for only those people that have already been exposed, so they can go there and they look at videos and they see, oh, they see Eli, they see Eli's house, they look at Mickey, they look at what we're doing, they look at the women's symposium. We have all that on that for our team. See what I mean? So that's part of plugging in. So you plug them into that after they have been on the call. So now they know what to do, the information. They go, oh, they plugged in with a human being who's going to listen to them, edify you and the call, and then they will set up the next, bam, fam. book a meeting from a meeting. They will set up the next meeting no more than 3 days away, because if it's, oh, we'll talk in 2 weeks, it's going to be off their radar and they go back into their life and into their habits, and right? So that's important. So that's part of plugging in. It's like to, you know, the calls, the Facebook group, live events. I need a nice fat marker like that.
It's actually right over there. Big one.
So, oh, that's a nice one.
Fat one.
Let me see. Yeah, nice. Live events. That one's not nice. It needs some more juice. But, so anyway, I plug them into things. Why? Because you will not be the source of it. Mickey is not the source. I'm not the source. You plug them in and they can go feed themselves. They listen to the call. That's a third-party validation. That builds their, that's like an event. Eli's call on Saturday is like an event, right? So I steer people to there, like, go here and check it out for yourself. Can I invite my friends? You know, let's connect with your friend first so that we can connect with him. He's in my book and he's solid. He's a real person. I'm not just going to give out info. Then they might go, oh, wow, this is great. Yeah, my cousin 3 years ago told me about it. I think I'm going to go get it from him. Right? Or they just have no direction. So you want to direct them. You want to direct them. So very important when it comes to, and I'll close it up with some of this, I mean, find out your why. Why are you doing this? Because if it's only to just, if it's very shallow and it's not that deep, you can quit. Like 98% of people quit. They quit on themselves, they quit on their dreams. But if you know your why, wait, it's to retire my father, you're not gonna quit. If it's not, no, this is to put this in my mother's house, you're not gonna quit. If this is for, wait a minute, I'm digging holes and I'm doing construction and I don't wanna be doing this anymore. That was my situation. You're not gonna quit. I'm like, this is my plan. This is my vehicle. So your why, follow the recipe, right? Like, for example, like there's many different ways of doing it. This is pretty simple. It's been successful. Orlando's somebody's very successful. His first month doing it just on the phone. I'm always on the phone. He was so humble. I'm always on the phone with Florida, with New York. He made about 40 grand that 1 month, when he first started doing it, and he learned it. He let himself learn it and do it. And again, I learned the why, and it helped me. You know, like, why do that? Why on the phone? Why not send the video early? Why not answer all the questions myself? So find out the why. That's part of the recipe. You go into more detail and plug in. Plug in yourself and then plug people in. Because if you're not showing up on the Facebook group for the events, if you're not here, how do you expect people to do what you are not doing? That's called hypocrisy. So if you are not plugging in, how do you expect other people to do it? Something magical happens, right? When you just do it. If you're not making your list, you're like, but you're telling other people to do it, right? So again, this is simple. It works. And we, please, I do want to say this. There's so many things that can distract you from this, right? This is just one way. And there's a way to find your voice in all of this, to make it yourself, make it, you know, just unique to you. You are unique. But you don't get distracted. There are a lot of shiny things out there. You're like, oh, well, maybe I'll do Bitcoin. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do online. Just follow the recipe and plug in. If you plug in, you'll work on your mind, on personal growth, because that's going to help you. It's helped me so much with getting the junk out of the way so I can really do this. And working with someone like Mickey, you're very fortunate, because people have found out for themselves what's not working. They found out their own triggers and the triggers in people, so they know, oh, this is my habit. And you can't say, oh, but I'm going to just do it this way. I know, Mickey, that's a good way, but I got my own way. Okay, that's why it's going that way. How's that working for you? Okay, it's kind of like, and I'll leave you with this. It's like my friend Tyson from Trinidad. He would say, he was a trainer, a big guy like this, and people would come to him, oh, but I've been lifting weights this way for years. Yeah, that's why you look like that. It's my duty to tell you you're fat if you want to listen to me. He was kind of harsh. He was not good. Don't do that. Don't be harsh with people, but that's why people do what they do. They get the results they've been getting. So now it's time to change the channel and try something different. And this makes it simple. It's been successful for me. I've been grateful, helping other people be successful also. Thank you.